Good morning, guys, and welcome to another edition of Lexington Water Cooler News. My name is Rock Daniels. Today is the last day of the month, Tuesday, February 28th, 2023. Now, in weather today, we are going to have a high of 60 degrees, a low of 46. The sun's going to rise at 7:11 a.m. and set at 6:30 p.m. Now, an advertisement was aired by a mysterious group that targeted the position of Republican Representative Timoney of Lexington regarding transgender girls' participation in girls' sports. Now, Timoney's opposition to the bill banning transgender girls from participating in girls' sports was highlighted by the group called Common Sense Values LLC in a 30-second television ad. Now, the ad begins with a photograph of a muscular bearded man suggesting that Timoney wants to allow such people to compete in women's sports. Now, the ad has been seen as a cheap shot by supporters of the LGBTQ rights, while others wonder if it is linked to Timoney's stance on gray machines or skill games in Kentucky. Now, Kentucky's Senate unanimously approved reorganization measures for the Cabinet for Health and Family Services. This will allow for the House to now take it and a task force to examine the ways to improve efficiency, effectiveness, and responsiveness, resulting in 8 recommendations, including moving child support enforcement to the Attorney General's office and disability determination to the Education and Labor Cabinet. Now, bill's sponsors were Senator Stephen Meredith emphasized that there was no hidden agenda and that the recommendations came after a 5-month study. Now, despite that abolition of slavery in 1865, more than a dozen U.S. states, including Kentucky, still have it on their books. Now, calls are growing in Kentucky to amend our state constitution and remove the exception allowing slavery as a punishment for crime. After 4 other states banned slavery last year, human rights advocates are pushing for Kentucky to follow suit. While some believe an amendment could pass in the state, it cannot appear on the ballot until the 2024 elections. The amendment could provide an opportunity to discuss broader issues of prison reform and inmate labor rights. Now, animal safety company Neogen is set to expand its operations in Kentucky with a $6 million investment, including new equipment and building improvements. The company is expected to create 40 jobs initially and add 30 more in the coming years. Now, Neogen already has over 220 employees in Lexington and Mount Sterling and is also making improvements at its Mount Sterling location, creating 79 jobs there with about a $10 million investment. Now, the company could receive up to $800,000 in tax incentives if it hits key performance measures. Well, guys, that does it again for another edition of Lexington Water Cooler News. My name is Rock Daniels. I am the Bluegrass Realtor. So join me again tomorrow for all of your latest news, weather, and sports right here in Central Kentucky. I hope you all have a wonderful, dry day.